Hello, YouTube. It's Storm the Hedgewolf again. First attempt at this was kind of borked because the mic didn't want to cooperate. Anyways, I'm gonna refresh what I just said earlier. So if you're wondering why my voice sounds like utter shit, that's because I'm still slightly sick. Yeah, that happened, and I've been quite busy with the IRL shit too. So, anyways, today we got Aang versus Traveler, or as we like to call it, the funeral of Aang.
Aang gonna freaking die here.
Like, this is for those who wanted Edward Elric to beat Aang in Aang's last bout. This is for those people.
Please tell me they reference out Edward in this episode.
I'm gonna laugh if they do. But yeah, as for Genshin Impact, I played it once or twice, never did more of it on stream, but I did learn that in terms of the lore, the world of Genshin Impact is practically busted. It was...
The only thing I know about Genshin Impact is the Maxor video.
Alright,
let's... the Avatar versus Aether, the Traveler.
And we're going by Aether Traveler, not
and it's our job to analyze their weapons.
Lumine, I think is what her name was. Again, I'm sorry if I'm not cultured in Genshin Impact.
Aether, yeah.
Earth, fire, air. Long ago, the four nations lived in harmony, united by a master of the elements, the Avatar.
This Avatar reincarnated as different people for centuries, all with their own struggles. And man, was that true for our boy Aang.
Not at first, of course, thanks to his master and guardian, Yatso.
As a cheeky little air nomad, Aang traveled the world causing shenanigans, all while learning to control the winds with airbending.
Based on the real-life martial art Bagua Zhang, airbending is the most spiritual of the four
I think the
styles,
only thing that Aang's got for him is his martial arts.
Emotions. With even the smallest movement, Aang can create
Because
tornadoes, run
four
like the wind,
elements,
and block
that's cute.
hypersonic explosions.
But how
The
about
perfect style
a
for
fuck ton?
twinkle-toed goofball like Aang. He even invented his own technique, the air
Biologically
scooter.
12.
How does he not
He's
pull out that
112
thing?
years old.
And a glider staff for flight, and the sky was the limit. But you know how it goes. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Their conquest spread, war was inevitable, and Aang was the only one who could save the world.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with all that, and being forcibly separated from Gyatso. He was just a kid, so he froze up. Like, literally, he accidentally froze himself and his adorable Sky Bison Appa for 100 years.
Until he was awakened by the Water Tribe siblings, Katara and Sokka.
I'm gonna laugh if
Time
they
wasn't
reference
kind to Aang's
Myths
people.
Immortals from
With no
Fortnite.
Avatar to keep balance, the
Because
Airbenders, Aang's
of the
entire
fucking
culture
Avatar
were
collab
wiped
that
out
happened
by the
during
Fire
that
Nation.
season.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. But Aang took the wake-up call to heart.
As the Avatar, it's Aang's duty to
I
understand
think a
the
Fortnite
world's people,
reference is
learning their
absolutely
cultures,
inevitable
their
at this
sadness,
rate.
Joy and humanity.
And what better way to do that than learning how they kick ass?
From the Northern Water Tribe and his twin Crush, Aang learned water.
Queen
bending.
Crush. Yeah,
Aimed around fluid Tai Chi
mark that
movements,
down for
this
later,
style
because
controls
we know
liquid
that
in
those
all
two
forms
ended
to
up getting
freeze
married.
targets, create water whips, and even cut through
Yep.
steel.
Learning earthbending was way tougher, but
Airbending,
Aang's friend
water
Toph taught
bending,
him to
earth
stop
bending,
being a
fire
whippy
bending,
pushover.
shield.
Now he can armor himself
And energy
in
bending.
stone.
Again.
Imagine
Terrain of the entire city,
imagine if one of
and
Aang's
white blind
feats
with a
is
star-style seismic
and
sense.
just
Earthbending
is
is themed around the steady stances of
competing
Kung Fu and
competing
Kung Fu,
in
waiting
the
for the right moment to strike
competing in
it on.
Sonic
There
Racing
was a lot to
Crossroads.
learn, but even with
Oh,
the
that's
world
gonna
at
be
stake
happening
and this
soon.
moody hothead on his tail, Aang had fun doing it. Who could forget the adventures penguin sledding, going through the bending bayous, and living in Ba
it's
Sing
steel
Se,
sledding,
the city
actually.
where no wars ever happened.
Yet across his journey, one power eluded
Get
Aang.
that woman
The
out of my
Avatar
face!
state, an enhanced mode of being that came
Oh,
to him in moments of peril.
Sure, if Aang dies in it,
Azula?
the Avatar cycle ends permanently, but who cares when it gives you enough power to wipe
No,
out the
the-
whole Navy
No, the
fleet?
woman who says there are no wars in Ba Sing Se.
Jocelyn, how long have you been standing there?
I've been here the whole time. I lurk where all Avatar talk is.
Hey,
Through
Jocelyn.
the cosmic power of the avatars before him and the ancient spirit Rava, Aang gains the knowledge and experience of all previous avatars, greatly expanding his
Avatar
bending
cycle
options.
dates back to
Lava
approximately
bending from
10,000 years.
Avatar Roku,
Again,
sonic
cute.
shouts from Avatar Yang Chen, and even more are theoretically available to him
No, I
through
am
their
not
memories.
bashing on
Oh,
Avatar. I
get
don't
it.
hate
You can't
Avatar.
just grind your way to controlling the Avatar state.
Right. If Aang wanted to stop
If anything, I
Fire
hate
Lord
Korra
Ozai,
more than
he needed
anything,
something
but
else.
He
that's
needed
another
onion banana
debacle for
juice.
another day.
Yeah, technically, I suppose. Gross.
Specifically, Aang sought the guidance of Guru Patek. Mastering his power meant clearing
Golem
his
form.
chakras, emptying his mind of earthly attachments. Seems simple, but this also meant rejecting his feelings for Katara, the person he loved most.
When he had to choose between the world or the girl, Aang followed his heart, and it didn't end well.
He got better. Aang was determined to understand the world's people, even the enemy Fire Nation. Something he accomplished thanks to the redeemed Prince Zuko, the Sun Warriors,
And these two honking dragons! Aang was scared of firebending, but it's totally awesome. It's not just about burning and blowing shit up. Okay, well it is, but there's so much more to it.
formed from the explosive movements of Shaolin Kung Fu. Firebending controls all manner of heat. And through the teachings of fire and water, he can redirect lightning bending, a burst of atmospheric discharge shot at over 200,000 miles per hour.
Iroh, the best uncle ever, used his techniques to redirect natural
Heck yeah,
lightning.
he is.
So, you know it's the real deal. Not crazy enough?
Rest in peace,
At
his
his
actor,
peak,
I think.
Aang surpassed benders who could throw buildings,
Yep.
melt stone, and hold up this gigantic library solo. Whooping Ozai's butt should be no problem, right?
Not exactly. You see, the air nomads were pacifists who believed in the value of life above all. Being the last airbender, Aang didn't think his people were truly gone unless he went back on their teachings, meaning he really didn't want to kill Ozai.
So, what, he's just a coward now? Mr. Fire Lord is about to burn down the entire Earth Kingdom.
No!
All. Are you even listening? Aang was simply at odds with what he wanted and what the world expected, so he needed to make a choice.
Right. In his greatest challenge yet, Aang discovered his true self, making his spirit unbendable and finally mastering the Avatar state.
Making him as strong as avatars who could cause hurricanes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions.
Or in Avatar Kyoshi's case, a new island. As in, she broke off nearly 30 square miles of a peninsula to form a new landmass. But to defeat Ozai, Aang needed one final element, something few avatars had bent before: energy bending.
Not the easiest thing to do, but Aang totally overwhelmed Ozai, severing the tyrant's connection to fire and stopping his invasion, all while keeping his no-kill run intact. The ultimate FU to this warlord's ideology.
Now that the Fire Nation had
Yep.
cooled off,
Ugh.
Aang led a new era
Don't ever
of
do that
peace
again,
with the United
Wiz.
Republic of Nations, a place where all people could prosper and where a new generation
suck at the
and a new
puns.
avatar would take the reins.
He even got hitched with Katara.
Like
Take
I
that,
said.
Katara shippers.
I
Mark
will
that
end
down
it.
for later,
For
because
all his
Katara
doubts,
ended up
Aang
marrying
fulfilled the
Aang.
Avatar's destiny and then some, and he did it in a way that was true to who he
And then
was.
there was a new movie.
Because before
But no, in
being
my
the
life, they probably
Avatar,
won't
or
reference
even
the
an
new movie
airbender,
because it
the
just
greatest
came-
thing he
it's-
could ever be was himself.
it just
All
came
in
out
a
in
day's
theaters.
work for a free, fun-loving kid.
That's if for those who were lucky
The
to
battle is
avoid
coming up
the
thanks to this episode's sponsor,
leaks.
DraftKings Casino.
Big news from the casino.
Oh,
Lightning
what
Link is
they
available
freaking
online for the
do, I
first
could
time
care
ever,
less.
right on DraftKings Casino.
If you're new, you can play $5 and get 1,000 spins, including 500 Lightning Link spins. Doing the math on that, that's
Wonder
50
why.
spins per
Hey, this
day
is
for the
going
first
on.
20 days.
Right now to claim your offer. Download
So
the
yeah,
DraftKings
like
Casino
I was saying
app and
before,
sign up with code
Sporting,
BATTLE,
what
then
sporting
spin
event
Lightning
is
Link high
what
stakes
sporting
anywhere,
event is
anytime.
happening that's
The crown is yours
Yes.
in partnership with
Definitely
DraftKings
good.
Casino.
Gambling
Point
problem?
taken.
Call 1-800
Give us the sponsorship.
Connecticut help is available for
Point
problem
taken.
gambling.
But
Call
still.
888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play
Yes.
with Canada. Eligibility restrictions apply. Non-work 24 hours at 11
Barbecue sauce.
p.m.
Dude!
Eastern Time.
Add extra
Thank you.
barbecue sauce.
Ad Astra Abasask. Welcome
Extra
to
Abasask.
Tibet, a
Jesus
mysterious
Christ,
land
Vincent, you don't even
governed
know
by
how to
godly
pronounce it.
archons that drew the eye of someone beyond the stars.
barbecue sauce.
AKA the
Did he say
traveler
that?
who escaped his dying world with his sister Lumine in
Yeah,
search
Lumine.
of the flowers that bloomed
Yeah,
on their
like,
lost home.
They're not
only to
doing that
crash
version
land,
of,
awake into an apocalypse and get cubed by this jerk.
Separated from his sister, Ether awoke again in
They're
a
not
new,
doing that
less
version of Traveler,
apocalyptic
but
age,
even though the
and fished
story
up
is
his own
practically
pathetic
the
pet
same.
Oh, wait, wait,
Paimon.
this
Yeah, she makes for good emergency.
This
food.
annoying
With his new
asshole.
guide, Traveler to the windy country of Mondstadt to find his link to the
Mondstadt.
past, but got a Breath of the Wild glider instead.
And his first element, Animo, letting him make air slashes, tornadoes, and of course,
Windblade! But guess what? Traveler
No,
wasn't the
no,
only
not
one with the
the
power
Transformer
like this.
Windblade,
Mat was full
the
of
ability
blessed people
Windblade.
wielding
Very
these
different.
relic things called visions.
vision bearers
Yeah.
can imbue their weapons and bodies with elemental power, summon items, and use a special, well, vision to perceive the
Even though
elements
I
around
love
them.
the
Normally, they're
Transformer.
limited to a single element, but
My
Traveler's
And-
just built different.
holy
Through
crap,
Paimons'
look
guidance,
at all
he began
those
collecting
elements.
from mysterious
Yeah,
statues
5
across
elements.
Tibet. No
Cute.
vision relic needed
But
for him.
how about
Each nation had a new
fuck
culture,
ton.
a new element, a new crisis.
And new character banners.
That's like-
When asked to play a sleuth for a murder case in Liyue, Traveler wasn't interested. A corpse couldn't tell him where his sis was, but he was roped in anyway and got the Geo ability to form rock constructs and eruptions of Earth.
When Aether ventured to Inazuma, he didn't care about its war with the Vision Bearers and their Archon either, until he saw the suffering caused by its tyrannical rule, and joined the resistance with electro abilities, fighting the powers that be using electric buzzsaws, thunder blades, and lightning.
He even learned to dodge lightning. Other Electro users, like my wife Lisa, can conjure storms. No shock when my adopted daughter Klee made explosions that raised mountains. Traveler met all kinds of people like this. You know the type? Twinks.
Yeah, Tibet has its
Sexy
own laws,
twinks.
Boomstick. Many twinks being one of them. Maybe 2 or 3 of them, actually.
Don't ask why I say that.
Shut up, Wiz. This guy's been playing
Wait.
Genshin since launch.
I know everything there is to know about the Genshin meta. Either can mix elements for different reactions. Basically, big elemental
Ringleader
combinations.
likes
Geo
gacha
crystallizes
games.
materials into special barriers. Electro
Well,
mixed with
Ringmaster
water
is a
stuns
gacha
foes.
player, I can tell you
Aether
that.
spreads elements around and swirls.
So
of
how much you want to bet we're
destruction.
going to see
Big
the likes of
one.
Honkai Star Rail
Like
or
how I
even
combine beer.
He makes
Wuthering
a lot of-
Waves?
He makes a lot of
Exactly, Boomstick.
commentary
Using
money
Dendro,
off this
Traveler can
show.
form plant
Or
life that,
even
when mixed with water
the
and lightning, makes
fucking
homing beams.
Scentless
Yeah, run
Zone
from that.
Zero.
With enough clever thinking and artifact farming, you can combine anything in Genshin.
Okay, we get it. Go lose another 50-50, you whale.
I'll show you a whale. Drop one on your lap next time you're not looking.
In Subaru, Traveler later beat Scaramouche, an edgy catboy with multiple elements at his fingertips. All in time that got repeated 168 times.
Speaking of time, Aether had control of more than just his own future. Tibet's fate fundamentally changed in ways small and grand, all through his unending willpower.
Because the Traveler was a descender, someone unbound by the land's destiny. Even this big tree that records all of the world's events had no idea he existed.
Like when he helped defy the judgment of a biblical flood in Fontaine, where he mastered Hydro for his best Cuphead impression with water bullets.
Heck, a
We're getting a
dinosaur chose
Cuphead
not to
reference,
blow
I
up
see.
the world just because Paimon and Traveler befriended
What do you
him.
know?
If that wasn't cool enough,
I get it,
Traveler
people want to
can,
see Bendy versus
unrelated, turn
Cuphead, but
into a
on the
dinosaur.
surface.
Hell yeah! Yo, look at him. Wonder if I could get a dinosaur on my Genshin team.
Through these legally distinct Pokemon, Aether can fly, dig through the earth, or charge foes like a Jurassic bull. He traveled across the land, searching far and wide, and finally
Across
stopped
a Saurian
swinging
or
that
Spirit
one-star
He
dull
could
blade.
become a Saurian without
Instead, picking
either
up
in the
the
Archon
prototype
quest where
Rancor,
Hope
Oh,
always
jeez.
fly.
wheels like a beast thanks to the Swordmaster's skirt
swords,
and several straight days of
a
training.
lot.
What
Artifact
grind
sets,
set.
a
Still,
lot.
Traveler says
Wind glider,
kept
cool
eluding
your
him,
jets,
choosing to
duck
hang in
key,
the
various
shadows
food
with
potions,
these
essential
Illuminati
oils, and
folk.
gadgets.
A group from Conria, the nation
reason why I
cursed
say
by
a
the
lot is
gods
'cause
for messing with the abyss.
I'm not reading all
Unbeknownst to
that
Aether,
information
his sister had
because,
already traveled
well,
to Vat
you
on a
probably
journey that mirrored his
should
own.
know that
And
I've
at
been
the
sick,
end,
so
she
that's why.
found. Well, we don't really know. Not yet, at least. But whatever it is, got her to side with the creepy villains. Lot twist.
Eventually, Aether reached the nation of Natlan to fight in its never-ending war
And
with
he
the
had a
Abyss.
flaming
He
freaking
gained the
motorcycle!
fire element, learning to launch fireballs and explosions combined to flame
Ghost
with
Rider be
lightning.
He
damned.
didn't just dabble in fancy pyrotechnics. By connecting with the people there, Traveler achieved Night Soul's blessing.
Now
a
my-
power-up state fueled
my
by
hotspot
primordial
is
element juice,
starting to
strong enough to make a
everywhere.
blade of fire hundreds of feet long. Hell yeah, that's strong enough to take down the heart of the Abyss, which is on the level of 5-star waifus like Mawika and the Raiden Shogun.
An Archon who, in ages past, sliced Yashiori Island in two.
That's cool, but how about when this Venti guy threw a whole-ass mountain? According to Paimon,
Oh yes,
Traveler can level a
Venti,
mountain
the very
himself.
fanboy of the
Additionally,
game.
Aether learned how to use light energy to form a Kuvaki shield, something he used to protect the people of Nagpar
I am not
by
wrong on
blocking
that.
a cannon blast with enough
If you
energy
really want to
to
know, look
obliterate
it up
a
in your own
town.
time.
This was no ordinary cannon either. It also uses Kavaki energy, so that's a beam of light.
Through all his adventures, Aether had come to genuinely care for Tevat's people. Maybe one day he will reunite with his sister, but for now, he's fighting for a whole new world. His new home.
Ooh, you need a higher adventure rank for that.
Okay, I
Don't
see
you
demon.
worry,
I
gang.
see an
I
Oni
dumped
boy. I am
all my
pleased.
savings into primo gems for this. We can't miss
What?
when those
I'm into
ice guys
Japanese
trying
culture.
to kill the traveler inevitably warm up to him.
And there's an all
Still
devouring
got-
narwhal.
Oh.
Fuck.
So that's why you're broke as shit.
To Aether, the journey has meaning. The birds of Tevat, the songs of its people, they are all part of it. Even
Again,
if he's against the abyss itself,
like I said earlier,
a new dawn
when you
is
mentioned
somewhere
Venti, I'm
just
like, oh
beyond
yes, the
stars.
fanboy of the
In
game.
a field of flowers, Lumine too loved.
Right then.
The battle's about to start, and if you like death battle music, some of your favorite battle tracks are coming to a collectible vinyl album.
This
Oh,
album
nice.
features 10 tracks from our independent era, created by our awesome composers Brandon Yates and Their Wolf Media, like Death in Bloom from Ruby vs. Maka,
Good song.
Or Requiem for a Thief from Joker vs. Giorno.
Fuck him.
ooh, can't forget Game Over from Bowser vs. Eggman.
And more. Plus, it makes a great piece of art to display around your place. Drawn up by our own animation director, Luis Cruz.
AKA
This
one of my
album is only
favorite
available for
death battles
pre-order.
ever.
Visit
Spiral of
deathbattle.gg
Emotions
or click
track
the link in the
1.
description
Nice.
before August 10th
I
and
mean,
pre-order a copy so
who
you
wouldn't
don't
put
miss
that
out.
as
And
track
remember,
1? Because
Archivist
it's
and Chronicle
literally the
members get a
GOAT
discount. That's deathbattle.gg.
in
the home
terms of all of
Death
Death
Battle.
Battle's music.
All
right,
the combatants are
Time
set.
for
We've run the
Aang's
data through all
funeral.
possibilities.
It's
Yeah!
Death
Avatar Legends, the fighting game!
Battle!
Okay, so we got a reference of that game.
And Nicktoons All-Star Baseball for some reason.
Again, if the Aang wins this, they have to royally fuck it up for Aether to lose. Yeah. Yeah, you say cute.
Oh! Oh! Okay. There's water versus fire.
What's going on? Paimon goes treasure hunting for
Wait,
food
what?
and
No!
forever
No!
wants to
No!
live
You're not supposed to be here! Who invited the kid?
Who knows? I get it. I get it. They're a part of freaking Genshin, so
Can it do this?
I was complaining for a joke, okay? I have nothing against that fade. I have nothing against that fairy. What killed the dinosaurs, bitch?
Shut up! Never, ever, ever stop moving forward. Remember!
No one fights alone.
Whoa! Oh shit!
of course there's the Avatar state.
For those who came before,
and those who will follow. I am Avatar Aang, the last Airbender.
Oh, here it is!
Take this! Through the heights and shallows. Through infinite dusks and dawns!
Goodbye, Aang!
Ooh! Sliced in half!
But does this mean no treasure?
And that's how it ends.
And the dailies are done.
Edward has been
This was
avenged.
an interesting pairing, so let's break this down by power,
And
experience, speed, and elements.
Oh, that's all the daily
Power.
quests we got
Aang
today.
and Traveler could both change the
And
terrain of entire cities.
I'd say
And
this
they're
was
way stronger
better than
characters
fucking
that can
Brew
break
versus
mountains. But at
Megamind.
their peak, they're both tearing up islands.
Aang's avatar state made him on par with Kyoshi, who created and moved the island of Kyoshi. Similarly, Night Soul's blessing let Aether contend with Archon-level foes like the Raiden Shogun, who split Yashiori Island in two.
With an attack that even
Yep.
Vision Bearers weaker than Traveler can block. So he's definitely on that level.
Kyoshi Island is over 6 miles wide and long. Kyoshi moved the island 17 miles offshore in 2 seconds. So we have everything we need to calculate the amount of kinetic energy this would require.
Turns out it's basically the same as cutting through Yashiori Island. About 3,000 gigatons of TNT. So their power is tied up.
Which means comparing their experience is crucial.
All right.
Aether's mastered more elements than Aang, but the Avatar state gave Aang centuries of knowledge.
With the memories and abilities of past avatars, Aang's kit was so extensive in a way Aether had no real answer for.
Not to mention, Aang's training was more focused. Traveler is skilled, sure, but his training was mostly just a means to finding his sister, while Aang's journey was all about mastering elements to combat other elements.
Experience narrowly goes to Aang.
Yeah.
However, another
Barely.
important factor to consider is speed.
In terms of mobility,
Narrowly.
both could roughly match the other. If Traveler was immobilized
Narrowly
with Earthbending,
and
he
barely.
could just dig his way out as a dinosaur.
And Aang's airbending and glider meant he could easily counter Aether if he took flight.
But in terms of raw reaction speed, Traveler had it in the bag. Aang bending away lightning is crazy fast, but Traveler could dodge lightning much earlier in his journey, and now he can block that light-speed Kuvaki laser.
While lightning can move over 200,000 miles per hour, a beam of light can move 186,000 miles per second.
Over 3,000 times faster than Aang. Traveler takes speed by a landslide.
So this all came down to the elements. Who could turn the forces of nature against the other?
At first, I actually thought this was Aang's dub.
Aether's elemental control
Yeah,
is
no.
remarkable, but most of his attacks are projectiles, spires,
Aang
and
wasn't
very
going to
specific
win
implements
that.
Aang has bent away in the past. Aether has never shown the precision or creative flexibility that we've seen with Aang's bending.
But throw in the combos of elemental reactions and the script flips. Traveler could mix not just his elements, but also Aang's in ways that Aang could not. Bending was Aang's greatest strength, but also, against Traveler, a weakness.
Because Aang usually had one or more elements around him, it gave Aether an easy access point through these combinations. When Aang used fire, Aether could
Yeah.
use lightning to catch him in an overload. If Aang used water,
The
Traveler's
more you
electric charge
use, the
could
more
paralyze him,
openings you
and
present
so
yourself
This isn't
with.
just a gameplay thing. Genshin characters like the lovely Lisa canonically say this is how the elements work.
And unlike Aang, Aether has fought multiple people who can use multiple elements. The longer the fight went on, the more Aether would trip Aang up with these combinations, some of which Aang could not bend.
Aang could redirect lightning, sure, but what about electro buzzsaws, or an electrified tornado, or dendroblasts of pure plant energy?
The Kavaki shield especially gave Aether a strong defense to fall back on. Since it was made of pure light, Aang had no way to remove it outside of brute force.
By comparison, Aang's wind barrier wouldn't block Traveler's elements. It would actually merge with them and create more combos that would target Aang himself. Not a great situation to be in.
And since Aether's powers came from external earthly sources, like those statues, Aang could not depower him with energy bending, even if he
Yeah.
theoretically overcame
I
Aether's willpower.
Willpower
figured energy
that is
bending wasn't
strong
going to be
enough
used
alter
here.
the fate of the entire world. Sorry, Aang, but elements goes to the Traveler, cinching his victory. Either way you cut it, he was in his element.
The winner
damn
is
it,
the
Broomstick.
Traveler, Aether.
Okay, I'm ready for my cameo. Oh.
God, God damn it.
Next time.
All right, who's
on
next?
No,
God's
oh, dummy.
No fucking way.
Ninjago! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Bionicle?
Bionicle versus Ninjago?
A Lego battle?
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Kai versus
Okay.
Toe Tao.
I'm Toa Tahu. Oh my god. What the fuck? I never thought I'd see the day where Bionicle would be talked again. What the fuck?
The Ninjago versus Bionicle? Oh!
Oh.
Dude!
Oh, I need to let Pharaoh know. I know Pharaoh likes Ninjago. What the fuck? But this, I wasn't expecting them to do a Bionicle death battle.
Dude! But as
Like the
soon as I saw that silhouette of Garmadon, I
For me,
freaking popped off!
the moment I saw the masks, I knew what it was. Because Bionicle, oh my god, that is like my fucking childhood.
Really? Because Ninjago was mine! Holy crap!
So it's in a sense, Lego altogether is both our childhoods, while one IP is different and the other one was yours and the other one was mine.
Yeah!
Okay.
That's freaking crazy!
I'm definitely looking forward to this one because I'm just glad Bionicle's finally getting some representation. Like, holy shit. Where's Discord?
Plus Ninjago turned 10 years old a few months ago. Kind of works.
Alright, where's Pharaoh's DMs?
Wait, did you stop recording?
Oh, not yet. Sorry. I just got caught in the excitement. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm definitely looking forward to the next time. Yeah. Till then, your Captain Stormguard is signing off. I'll see you in the next video. Or stream whenever I get to it.
Later, buddy!